For my tutorial, I want to teach you how to use a displacement map to apply a texture or another image to an image and create a three-dimensional effect. And I just grabbed this image off the internet and I applied this displacement map so you can kind of see what it looks like beforehand. So I'm going to open up this other file of my own image. And here I already did a cutout of the girl because I don't want the background to have the texture, just the girl. And so first thing we need to do is we can go up to Filter and down to Distort to Displace. This is where you do Displacement Map. We can't actually do anything with it right now. We have to create it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to make a copy of this cutout layer and we're going to make a few adjustments to it. I'm going to change it to be black and white. And then I'm going to go into levels and increase contrast. The reason why I need to increase the contrast is because of how the displacement map works. It creates high and low points according to darks and lights. So that's why you need to be pretty confident in doing that. It's okay if you blow it out a little bit. This isn't going to be your final picture. So let's go to layers and let's merge these adjustments down to that copy layer. By doing so, you click Command E and it'll merge one layer down at a time. Now we also need to go up to the filter and put a blur on here. I'm going to do the Gaussian blur. This is so that when you have your displacement map on, it won't have any weird textures. And you need to pick a radius between 5 and 10, and I'm going to leave it at 6. And you can go ahead and save that. I'm not going to click save because I've already saved it, but you want to label it. I put as map so I know it's my image map. So now you want to get your texture to the top layer, and this is where you're going to apply your displacement map. So go up to Filter, Distort, Displace. And you can choose your degree of scale. A higher number will have more of a curvature and a lower number will have a lower curvature, obviously. So click OK, and then you can load it. Portrait map, open, and it has been applied. So now I need to get a selection of the girl onto this layer. So you can do that by clicking Command and on the image thumbnail, and it puts that selection right onto that layer. And then you can create a mask to mask out the background. So it looks a little crazy, but don't you worry. We're going to change the blending modes. I'm going to change it to overlay, and I'm going to actually take the viewing off of this because I don't like the black and white. I like the color to come through. And I'm going to drop the opacity down. 22 looks great. And just a few tips for this now that it's been applied. I'm going to click onto the texture layer and I'm going to use the smudge tool because you can use that if you feel like your map isn't adjusted to the way you want it to be. And I want to move it over a little bit on the neck. But you have to be careful with this, else you can kind of mess things up. And then last thing I want to do is I'm going to click onto my mask and pick brush, make sure you're on black, and I'm going to just remove the texture from the hair because I don't want it there. It kind of rhymes hair there. And then I'm going to erase it from the eyes as well. Alright, so that's how you use a displacement map to create a 3D effect when you apply a texture. Thanks for watching.